Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, Wahabra Kal Kadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring, and truth and sincerity in women and children who follow. So as you can see, I got another article. This one's from RT.com, published today, and it says, why Petro-Yuan may become biggest game changer of all time in capital markets. So we're going to get into it. It says, the historic launch of the long-awaited trading of Chinese crude futures this week has stirred up a heated debate among analysts as to whether the new commodity product will prosper or flop. Some market analysts expressed doubts over the success of the Petro-Yuan, citing Beijing's yearning for total control over trading as one of the key reasons for a potential bust. It says the government has been eager to encourage liquidity and paper trading, but of course the issue with paper trading is speculative trading that the government wants to keep at bay, says Michael Median, an analyst at energy market consultancy Energy Aspects, told Bloomberg prior to the launch. Meanwhile, the high cost of oil storage for delivery to into the Shanghai Futures Exchange may scare potential investors away from the new contracts, according to the industry analyst. Says storage plays a crucial role in linking cash and future markets. Many speculators such as proprietary traders and hedge funds may be scared away, said Jing Yang, a research director at J.P. Morgan Center of Commodities in the University of Colorado, Denver, as quoted by the agency. However, China's yuan-backed oil futures managed to make a strong debut on Monday, with the overnight trade volume initially outstripping transactions of internationally recognized benchmark Brent. Some 62,500 contracts reportedly changed hands during the first session as domestic and international oil investors joined the trading. So what that means is 62,500 different companies or individual contractors of some sort went from, basically they left trading in the dollar, because the dollar, the gold, or the the petrodollar, the money that we spend every day, okay, that's the money that they normally use to buy their oil. So now they actually switch from using that to using the Chinese yuan, okay? And that's just the first day. So you're going to have more and more people, buying into this concept. As more and more people buy into the concept, then that's going to be more dollars here in America, opposed to, going out into these different places. Which means the dollar is going to get weaker, which means gas is going to go up, and we're going to be one step closer to hyperinflation, one step closer to the economy collapsing, pretty much. So this is actually a really big deal, okay? The world currency, the world reserve currency status of the petrodollar is at stake here, basically. Okay, with this trade war with China, they're going right at the U.S. neck. Okay, Trump wanted to put these sanctions on them, to make them pay. Oh, you're not going to cheat us out of this or this, that, and the third. But they coming straight for the gusto. They're going right at your neck. They know, how vital that the dollar as the world reserve currency is. They know how fragile our economy will become if that balance is upset. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says the impressive start gives deeper cause for optimism about the newcomer, with some analysts qualifying oil futures denominated in China's currency as a game changer in the world of financial trading. This is the single biggest change in capital markets, maybe of all time. It said Hayden Briscoe, APAC head of fixed income at UBS Asset Management, as quoted by Reuters. According to the analyst, the move is to trade oil in yuan will diminish the role of the greenback in global financial markets. If market participants, including U.S. corporations, opt to trading yuan-backed contracts, this could easily strengthen the Chinese currency and at the same time weaken the dollar. Saying the same thing I just said, just backing it up basically. It says this helps cement the exchange's viability and challenges the petrodollar system in which oil deals are executed in dollars. Exactly what I just said. This would decrease the demand for the greenback and boost U.S. inflation. See, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I hadn't even read the whole article. I just, read like maybe the first 2 paragraphs and then went off the spirit. But when you study this, as much as I have and as much as you should already know these things. So when you read an article, you can break it down and, know the ramifications of the situations already, man. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. That's the spirit that he put on us. That you should already know when something like this pops up, the ramifications of it. Okay, if you've been diligent, if you've been, diving into this thing, man. It says, with crude oil becoming a great chunk of modern international commerce, the potential impact of the new product on oil market dynamics and on global monetary and financial systems could be correspondingly great. Now, I believe that's basically saying, it could be real good for China. But, you see it says death of the U.S. dollar, So, China is actually, as of last year, the world's, they buy the most oil in the world. Now, they had, at one time, before, they had to use American dollars to buy their oil. Now they can use their own currency to buy their own oil. So that's a lot of money just within China itself. The number one user of American currency to buy oil is not gonna use their American currency to buy oil anymore. They're gonna use their own currency. Okay, and other countries, other contractors are gonna follow suit. So, man, I mean, we already feeling the effects here, because just last week, gas was $2.29, and it's $2.50 at some places, $2.56 in just a week. So I'm gonna get a scripture before I go. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, "Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Now when it says, "Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," the virgin daughter of Babylon is talking about America. Okay? It's called the so-called virgin daughter because it hasn't been touched by a foreign army yet. Okay, but the point that I wanted to make is that come down. All right, America's going down, and sitting in the dust is confusion, because it's gonna be nothing but confusion in this place once this dollar collapses, once the economy is broken, and it's chaos in the streets. and people are running in and out of grocery stores trying to get goods for themselves, for them kids, for their wife, for the family, to feed their family. When men are running in each other's houses, for the lack of bread. When these concentration camps pump up. When martial law is enacted. Okay, when people are eating other people, because that's coming back. Cannibalism is coming back. Okay, when all this is happening, it's going to be nothing but utter confusion. Okay, and Babylon's going to sit on the ground, man. It's going down. Thus saith the Lord. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you brothers were edified and invigorated by this lesson. Like I said, we at the end. It's almost over. Just endure, keep doing what you do, and fight for your salvation, man. Get on the chariot. That's the mindset you should have, that you're going to take your seat on the chariot. And with that being said, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.